yourself to take a voyage into the unknown.
Maybe if I unmuted myself, it might be. Maybe if I unmuted myself. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Where's that coming from? Uh-oh. Right here. You Twitch. Professionals here, folks. All right. Everybody's getting logged in. Completely, without a doubt. It's just the way it is. All right. Gonna have some fun tonight. I hope. We'll see. What's up, Loco? Good to see you. Hope all is well with you, sir. All right. I think we are all in Fantasy Grounds. Everybody loaded up. Making sure everybody's got a map where we last left off. Kaboom. All right, let's get our Tuesday night D&D game on. See what is going to happen tonight. Hope all is well. The players are here. Viewers are coming in slowly but surely. But though I did look, there are a lot of shows on tonight. I didn't know so much competition. But hey, thank you COVID-19, right? Make more virtual games happening. Let's do introductions and do a recap and figure out what's going to happen here. We'll just go alphabetically down the order. Kieran, you're up first.
Hey. I'm Kieran Songspell. I'm a singer.
He's failing.
He is failing. You're roboting out.
Really bad.
All right, hang on. Skip me.
We'll come back to you. Yes, let's go to the F's. Philenial.
Philenial is the 10th level, hopefully the 11th level soon, and then he is a wood elf druid monk.
Linder.
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Linder. He's a 10th level half elf bard wizard.
Yeah, and everybody, the overlay's off a little bit, so don't mind that. Quetzal.
I am Quetzal, the lizard folk 10th level tank.
And Shadow.
I am Shadow, the 10th level Tabaxi Scout.
And Kieran, are we ready now?
Test one. Is this better?
Sounds better. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay. All right. Kieran Songspell, level 10. I've added a new point to my title: Master of the T-Rex and owner of the best hat in the game.
Oh. Oh, really?
The hat that swamp water with a broken face.
Yeah, I'm saying. Do we have, what I was looking for something. What was that noise? God dang it. Dog's really going at it again. I don't need that. See something here. I was trying to pull something up. That's all of Mai's work. Oh, here we go. So, let's see. So, yeah, okay, folks. I'm gonna laugh here because we had a little fun here. There you go. So now you can see the map. Did I lose everybody? No.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're here.
I was missing a hat.
His hat is missing.
His hat is missing. That's hilarious.
Oh no. Oh no. That's exactly why I wear the hat.
I know. So now we could have issues here. So we'll put him back because he does have his hat on.
That's hilarious. Good job.
Thanks for the follow there. Double drummer. Yeah, I had a little fun with that, and we have an eye patch on somebody else. I'll pull it up in a second here, but
Oh, of course.
who had the eye patch? Let me make sure and confirm that.
It's supposed to be me, but I haven't gotten it yet.
What? Why haven't you got it?
Because I need it to be made. Well, I have an eye patch, but I'm not wearing it until it's magicized.
Okay,
To have it
good.
in tender.
Yeah, okay. So, as we had, so we'll show you this, and we're having fun here. Where is it? So this is incentive for you, Shadow. Now you have an eye patch. No, he's quiet.
Interesting.
We're having
It's
fun with
funny, Kieran's bald head.
Yeah. Well, for a minute we almost thought it was Kieran that had it. For some reason I did, and almost had her put it on him, but it was in Shadows. There was an eye patch in Shadows inventory, so we did it there. So just having a little fun, folks. Okay, so the group has just finished a fight with a dirty, rotten lizard dude. They had and come into this cavern area and discovered that there was a 5-headed hydra in here, occupying the middle area. And so Kieran, in his wisdom, polymorphed Quetzal into a T-Rex, and the group engaged in a battle. And toward the end of that battle, they found out that what they thought was a bullywug was sitting in the room actually ended up with some other dastardly creature. And this creature at the end of the battle, or the battle with battling the T-Rex, walked over to the T-Rex and was touched the T-Rex, which was Quetzal, and he just disappeared. Gone. So the group finished the battle, and notice the only other thing that you've really noticed so far, because I think we ended right after there without really much else going on for the moment, that when I think Felinial and or Linder, I think a couple of y'all were back on the southern part of the cavern area, and looking back, you notice that all the bullywugs, the encampment, homestead, the group where the bunch of bullywugs were living and, hashing away their life, they were all watching the fight through the hallway area, and we're not attacking. We're not doing anything of the sort. And so Quetzal disappears, and the group finds themselves without their paladin. Bring that down. That's really loud. So that's where we pick up the action for the moment. The group, yeah. What are we doing, guys?
We were going to head to the surface.
So,
Before we do that, we just had a Hydra and a Death Slot in this area. Let's search and see if we can find any kind of treasure or trinkets or anything here before we go running.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
from
only thing that you will find in the room here, when you're looking, is in this back corner area. You will see that there is a pile of moldering hay and half a body of a giant toad that looks like it's been gnawed upon.
Was it just me, or did that imply that there's something else here to be found that's not in this room?
You probably just have to specifically search the hay.
You can make a Kieran make me a perception check, please.
Yep.
I'm right there beside him. Do I not need? Make one also?
It was for another purpose. Don't forget, all you guys have turn on your inspiration points.
Yes.
Kieran, do you want to re-roll that?
Yes. Thank you.
You're still roboting
As
out,
a-
just so you know. Don't know
Oh,
why.
damn it.
Discord's acting.
Reroll, but I'll...
Yeah. When you ran into the room to discover what was going on, because during the fight and all that, you had been hiding yourself kind of toward the back end of the far eastern passageway there. You will remember that you saw on this some little outcropping of bush bramble stuff. There was something hanging on the branch right there where that little 5-foot square is. You happen to remember it, that you ran by it and just you were, engaged in the fight and what was going on, but there was something back there.
All right, we're gonna go find it.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, so you remember when you walk back toward it, you see that it's a Quetzal. What is it again? Is it a necklace?
It is a tooth similar to the kind that is in my mouth, but a lot smaller, on a necklace, and it
There you
has a draconic written on it.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Not that was supposed to be somewhat of a hint, but yes, you will see that you remember seeing it. Y'all remember seeing it hanging around his neck, but it is, it's actually some of his powers, like his focus, and it is a tooth.
Do I recognize it as something that would belong to Quetzal?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, I take it and I go to I come up here to Linder and ask Linder, now, in my training, there was spells that I did not take the time to learn that could locate and find creatures and different objects. Curious if you have the training.
Let me consult my spell book.
And as far as any language on the necklace, I can't read. But in 10 minutes, I can cast a ritual for comprehend languages.
That's fine if you want it. Yeah, I would assume it's something for him. What is on it? What does it say, Quetzal? Do you even know? Have you even paid attention to it, Quetzal?
What?
What does the Draconic say?
It says, that's a good question. I had actually thought about what was on it. It has the name Semuanya on it.
There you go. That's your god, right?
Correct.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, Zerbius, yeah, he's having some Discord issues. That's why his volume's low. We're getting it resolved. We would be the rejects without issues.
Probably some verse from a holy text or something.
Yep. Okay, well, so what else while he's working on that, you have found something that belonged to him. It looks like possibly that was where you find it is where he was standing when you cast polymorph on him.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry. Is this any better?
Bring your volume up a little if you can on your mic.
That is.
Other than the volume, yes, it's great.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, cool.
I'm afraid I have not come across such spells in my travels, and nor is it in Karstus's spellbook.
Come over there and search the nasty pile of whatever that stuff is in the corner.
Yeah, it's vulgar. It's not you kind of poke around it and all that. You do not see anything. Yeah, you don't. Yep, nothing there.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic at Ritual.
Shadow, do you have anything left on your wand to see?
Let me check. I
Oh,
actually do,
nice.
so I can just use the wand.
Nice pull, Brian.
So I'll detect magic.
Your wand of secrets or whatever it is.
No, this is a detect magic wand.
Heck, magic wand. Da, 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 da. And nothing within, yeah, so you don't detect anything.
Well, it's good for 10 minutes. So I'll
Except
keep it up,
except for what's on y'all's persons.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I start hiding stuff.
Yeah.
I will, however, also use the wand of secrets.
That's different now. Because that's going to show you that there is something funky about this wall.
I'll go and search that wall.
I knew that you would.
I will
Yeah,
assist.
he does have a secret wand. Yes, Mandy. It is really a wand now. So watch it.
You let us know that your wand found something.
I do.
All right, I will help look also.
Hey, yeah,
Anybody want
there's a crack in the wall that you can faintly detect once the wand doesn't make like a glow, or does it just give the whole, I can't forget what the effect is on the wand. It just shows you that there's something funny about that wall, right?
Basically.
Yeah. There's something funny about that wall then.
So I follow the crack and see what I can find.
It could be a door. Or your wand could just be messing with you.
Do I?
Yeah, it's a door. There's a door there. Come on now.
Do I find a way of opening it?
You'll have to roll me that now.
I can do that.
Please.
Go.
Crack. It's easy to open. It's not even locked. How funny is that?
Then I'll open it.
Bam. You will see another little cavelet area, and all along this back wall area is stuff piled. You see coins. You see some type of relic on the ground. You see also what looks like a little headband laying on the ground in a pile of, there's just a pile of stuff there.
Your pretzel was not banished in vain.
They won't forget him.
Gone, but not forgotten.
Uh-huh.
You fondle these magic items.
Yeah, and your detect magic is now pinging off the headband.
Okay, that headband there is magic.
So I will throw. Yep. You get that. And woo. You looked at those. Yeah, it's a pretty headband. Let me see. Does our headband have a picture? It does. How nice of it. But we need to unidentify it. Looks like this, folks.
Ooh, fancy.
Right?
Interesting.
And there is like a
Render?
little, there's like it's a little figurine of a flying snake with bared fangs, pointy fangs, made
Kinda
of
cool.
metal. But it is not giving off of a magical presence.
It's
Well,
not, huh?
No,
You already-
Does it look valuable?
it does look valuable. It looks like it is made of something. Your metals and all that. It looks like it's made of platinum.
There's a bunch of coins in the
Yes,
is that what you just dropped?
I just dropped them in there. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a bunch of platinum pieces, several thousand pieces of gold, and some silver pieces. and this little symbol-looking creature, and this headband, this tiara.
And a journal.
That was somebody that
It's
was
already there.
yeah,
It's already there,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the headband and the unidentified item both came from this.
That's correct. Yeah,
But the unidentified item was not magical. Is that right?
No, it's not. It's it's not. It's actually, you see it. You recognize it as some type of holy symbol.
Okay.
You can make me a religion. Whoever's got religion can make me a check.
I've got that. I took some Jesus classes. Get that thing over here.
Hey now.
Not my strong.
Good enough. It's a holy symbol of Seth. Seth, I believe. I'm assuming is the Bullywug's god or something like that. So
Seth. Okay.
something like that. Yeah. It's a flying.
It's platinum. It can be melted down.
Or it could be. It may be of the Naga, the other snake people that you've been seeing, or you've seen the abominations and all that. You've run into a couple of them, but you haven't seen anything else. But it could be of them. Maybe it is instead of the Bullywugs. So, since it is a flying snake,
There's probably more than one key than the bully.
that is it.
Anyway, it seems like a pretty good place to have a short rest and do some identifiers.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to identify what's in the deal? Is that what you're talking about? Short rest? Y'all really... Short rest. Fine. All right. And...
That looks like a good item for Linder.
Yes, it does. That looks like an excellent item for Linda.
I can't wait to see what it is.
It's
It's a
identified.
headband.
Yeah.
It makes your intelligence 19.
Ooh, sweet.
Would be very beneficial to the 13 intelligence.
It'll make your wizard spells so much more powerful.
It'll raise difficulty by 3.
And it'll make you look
Alright.
cool.
Yeah, because we'll get it put on the
lovely.
we'll get it put on the portrait.
Okay.
He was worried about that.
I know he was.
Yeah, that's very important.
That's what I thought.
And owl carving is non-magical.
No, it's not. It's just I think it was one of the things. Let me look. It's just
Okay.
an ornate stone carving of an owl.
All right.
Yep. That's it.
Lovely.
The holy symbol of Seth could actually be useful if we run into these snake people. It could get us out of a tight spot. I'm not saying it would, but it's possible that we could use that as leverage.
You know, it's even better. I'm not attuned to anything yet.
Yep. So don't forget, all of
that
y'all.
is good.
You should on your inventory sheet. You've got your attunement slot, and you can have up to 3 items checked up on that.
Well, you got a new item to be attuned to.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing now?
Do we go to the surface now?
We could.
That's if you want your Quetzal back. Got to, because you don't know what you fought, and you don't know where he's at. It could just be completely gone, I guess. But what would the purpose of this session be then?
Yeah.
So, just so you know, you have your attunement extension set to allow 5 items.
Oh, no, thank you. No, it should not be. Let me see, where is that? It should be set to 3. Hold the fort, folks.
Yeah, none of us are artificers.
No, it says 3, Brian, really. Interesting. It says 3 on the tracker. Maximum number of attuned items. Let me change that to 3. Yeah.
I have 3 2, then I can check 2 other items. I'll uncheck all 3 and then put it
Yeah,
back.
try it again because it's set to 3. If it's not working, I'll figure out why. So
I unchecked all 3 and put them back on, and it marked them correctly.
okay, all right, thank you. Okay.
Because I had them at 2 before you.
Maybe that could be it. That it may be okay. All right. So, what's the word?
Do we want to head to the surface to see if we can get Quetzal back, or do you want to go looking for enough XP?
We should probably go to the surface and try to bring him back.
Leave it to
Yeah,
Brian.
so-
Leave it to Brian to want to derail the whole thing.
No, we definitely should look for our colleague because there could be a time concern. here.
Yeah.
If he can survive.
But we don't really
If
know
any of
what
us
happened,
can,
so-
it would be him, right?
For me,
This, folks, is where the railroad term comes in here in a second.
all right, we're gonna head back to the surface and go pay a call on Zeke.
I love that plan. I am a fan of that plan. So the group leaves the Undermountain and heads back home, all except Quetzal. And you make it back to the Whispering Spirits, their headquarters in Waterdeep, to check in and to find out what's been going on since they were last here. But it's maybe been not even a couple weeks, barely that, maybe a week since y'all were here last, if you play in-game time. So your staff,
I think we made some updates though.
they're making some updates. You're getting some things done. Yeah, you've got the swill is pouring out. You've got the all that ale, the dwarven ale that you found.
So here's the tavern is full of dwarves when we get.
The tavern is full of what?
If the tavern is full of dwarves drinking our ale.
Yes, could be. It's the talk. You're finding out it's the talk of the town. And your little dishwashing boy, he will show off your plant. It's growing, but it has not been, a full. I think it has 30 days. It's got to grow in the pot before it awakens. Yeah.
Yep. I'm up.
Yep. And it's a kumquat tree.
Nope.
So no, he is diligently taking care of it, telling you that he even sleeps with it and he keeps it right next to his bed, and he dusts and waters it every day, and he makes sure the
Take
leaves.
care of it. Don't go overboard with it, okay?
Yeah, well, he is, and so he's waiting for, he's been coming up. He hasn't got the list with him, but he's come up with like several pages of names that he wants to call it, but he can't keep making up his mind. So he says when he gets close, he wants to give you the list so you can try to determine. So yeah, while that's going on, y'all go, oh boy, maybe we need to leave and go find Zeke. So
Let's roll by the
yeah, you're going by Zeke's place.
I guess
Yeah, so you were going by so when you were last at Zeke's place, there was a lot of construction going on due to you heard that that there's been some additions to the building. Some other shops are going on, and you were told by Zeke is that there's a consortium being put together of individuals, and they you hadn't met any of them yet. Go figure. And so when y'all, so I'm assuming that the haberdashery group is listening to the show, and they should know when they're supposed to join. Hint, 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 hint. I bet I'm gonna alert them. Okay, come.
They're probably trying to find some hats.
Oh my. Here, I'm gonna yell them.
Okay, come on
You
over.
can come over now. Let's see. Boy, here they come. All righty. And don't say anything yet. So we're going to introduce everybody. So we're going to come over here and we're going to show. Let's see how our overlay works a little bit, folks. We're just going off the cuff here, so we apologize because woo, look at all this. Can't really see all their names, but we're going to introduce them. Okay, everybody, I think everybody's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the haberdashery's here. So y'all walk into the only place that looks open at the moment, yes, is Zeke's shop, because you're used to that. And when you first walk in, the din of construction's going on to these other buildings that are, other shops that are being added to it. But from the back, here, I need to, folks that are here, let me take, clear the owner. Y'all can connect to Fantasy Grounds too, please. All 4 of you. Por favor. We'll give them a second here. Here they come. This will be 8 players. We're going to see what happens. Would actually 9 because Quetzal's in here. 9, yeah, Quetzal's in here too, so he's listening. He's graciously just listening in because we don't know where Quetzal's at. And I didn't make the overlays with all their pictures because we just got portraits done for all of them. We're gonna showcase those. That's right. So we've got. Oh no! Why didn't you put her? Whoa!
Very fitting there, Devil Dog.
Okay, let's do this here. Delete the item. Okay, so all right, and Zeke, and Gran. So here we go, folks. The first person that actually is doing some work in the back is a young female elf. Come here. Come here, Lavinia. You see her walk out. She comes out through the back door. Oh, we need to show the map.
Yeah, we need a map.
Need a map. Need a map. Because we got somebody that's going to be made. It looks like we need to get some shops made too now. So you haven't seen this young woman before. And Lavinia, you are sitting there doing some work and just kind of, minding your own business and all. And these 4 ruffian-looking, dastardly-looking people walk in the shop with a kind of pained expression on their face that they're worried about something.
Dastardly? Really?
Oh dear. May I help you, gentlemen?
This is what she looks like, folks.
Oh, very cute.
Would you like to explain to Lavinia, introduce yourself and who you are and what we see?
So I am playing Lavinia Arameth, and she has been on quite a few adventures and has known Praetor for a while. But as you look upon her, you will notice very blatantly that she has a mechanical arm reaching up to her forearm, fully functioning. And she has a dragon fairy companion that hangs out with her and listens to her, named Zima as well.
Right.
She's a
Zima?
Zima.
Mm-hmm. Zymma, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Lavinia, you see these individuals, not dastardly looking, but they definitely, you've never seen them before.
Yes, new faces. You look hurt. Are you all right? Can I help you? What's going on?
We're looking for Zeke. Is he around?
Ah.
He could very well be. And when you say that, there's another gruffy voice comes from the back area. Looks like this group doesn't really work a lot. And it's
I was doing paperwork.
Baron, you come walking out of the back room.
What's all this noise going on about out front?
And who is Varen?
Varen is a very tall and stout cleric, paladin, champion of Gond. The Lord of all smiths. He stands about just shy of under 7 foot tall and has a lot of muscle to his frame.
Are we sure it's muscle?
Oh,
yes. And what does, I know. So in Lavinia, what do you trade in? What is your part of the haberdashery? What do you do for a living?
Well, apparently I handle the branding and marketing and also apothecary needs as a life cleric.
That's true. She does. That's right. So, okay. And Varen, what about yourself? What is your background?
I've spent many, many years studying all the different types of smithing. I create and make armors and weapons, and I sometimes have basic divine potions and scrolls. Mostly equipment.
Mm-hmm. And as he's speaking, this doting older elf gentleman comes scooting out of the back.
Yeah. What? This? I hear voices up here. Is there? Who are they?
You see this individual.
Who are you? Okay, clearly you don't speak. That's fine. You see,
and who is this that's speaking?
A fairly short, old, gaunt-looking elf with very, very pale skin, very dressed like to the nines and overly abundantly colorful, and just his name is the Grand Master, Fayance and Wells, and he prefers it be called the Grand Master. If you don't say the, he will get upset. It is not Grandmaster, it is the Grand Master.
You sound like somebody I used to know.
Oh, one of them speaks. Good. So, who are you?
I am Polinial, and my companions, Kieran and Shadow and Linder, we are familiar with Zeke, and we've been doing business with him for a while. One of our companions seems to have gotten banished or something. He was a death slod cast a spell on him, and poof, he vanished. He hasn't come back.
Oh dear!
I immediately turn and yell Zeke's name, not seeing that he's actually kind of under me. He's under me. I just yell to the back, Zeke! Zeke, there are people here for you. This one has branches in his hair. And that one's wearing a hat. We do not... I walk in the back.
Zeke?
What do you want? Yeah, it's them.
Yes, it's us.
Zeke seems to be different.
What?
He
No.
looks a little different.
You gotta glow up.
Yeah, he got a new outfit.
He got a new outfit.
Changed my clothes.
Most people do that.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
He lost Quetzal, Zeke. He's gone.
Wow, you lost Quetzal.
It wasn't exactly lost. The slod cast a spell on him, and he vanished, and we don't know where.
Quetzal's just very good at hide and seek.
Where?
I don't think that's right. I don't remember Quetzal being a sneaky person.
No, he's not very sneaky. No.
I lean over to the Grandmaster and whisper, "What the hell is a Quetzal?"
I think it's some sort of a gem. I don't know.
They claim to have lost a friend.
Quetzal is a person.
Oh! And where could he have been lost?
A lizard person. That's a
Who
good
would name a
question.
kid Quetzal? Oh,
And he looks back at the group.
Did you
Where did
just
he
call
go?
him? Did you just call him a pretzel?
Pretzel.
Oh,
No,
no, he's a lizard.
it's a lizard
Oh.
named Quetzal.
Yes, this is
Ah.
Mm.
Well,
Hey,
there was.
But
Well, if you're looking for a missing friend, I can tell you he's not here.
have we checked
That's
everywhere?
true.
I will go look in the back. I'll check in the
He's
stock.
not in the back.
No, we think
I
he
don't
may
think he's
have
here.
been. We think he may have been sent to another plane or something. Something like.
Another
Oh,
Yeah, we don't
no.
suspect him of being here. We need help finding him. So we were hoping that Zeke. We don't know who the rest of you guys are. Or what you're doing in Zeke's shop behind the
I
counter.
am the Grandmaster, Anton Wells. I sell scrolls.
What are you the Grandmaster of? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, dare you?
What? Hang on.
It's
Okay,
not
okay.
spoken. I'm
Okay,
not trying
wait
to
a
get-
minute. Wait a minute. Everybody, these are my compatriots. We are forming a haberdashery together.
We don't sell hats.
We don't sell hats.
I've been dying to make a comment on your current hat, Zeke.
We wear hats. We don't sell hats.
We wear
We
hats, we just don't
don't sell
sell them.
hats.
We can wear the hat, but we just do not sell the hats.
We
That's
are
right.
a haberdashery after all. We have to wear at least one hat.
Can you give hats away for free?
Right. You give them away.
No.
This is
What about
Praetor's
extra feathers?
Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Oh, if we
Still
give
feathers.
the hat away, then you're not selling it. So it's a valid.
Yes.
I'm not giving my hat away.
Oh, we don't want
Oh no!
I lean over to Varen and say, "Wow, how is it so confusing to them?"
Do you buy hats?
I don't know. Like, I
We
really
don't-
don't know. I mean, we say we don't sell hats, but they
It's in
keep
the
bringing
name.
up the object of hats. Like,
Don't
and
sell.
if they're looking,
I lean
if they're
over to
looking
Karen
for
and say,
free
"Why are you
things,
having such a hard time with this? We're not asking them to sell."
Perhaps I need to change the branding a little bit.
they
Maybe.
keep saying if you give away hats, then you're not selling them. It's like we don't give away anything for free here. At least I don't. I
How would
mean,
we make money if we did that? No.
Look.
I
if
don't
you're
know.
good at
Like,
something, don't do it for free.
Right?
I
exactly.
heard that from a very wise man once.
I guess you're not good at selling hats.
We don't sell hats.
Do you sell
Why-
feathers?
I sell feathers.
Feathers aren't hats.
You can put a feather in a hat, but a hat,
That's different.
a feather
Yo-
is not a hat.
you'll notice, Zeke, that the feather that's on Kieran's hat is broke. It's
Your
limp.
feather's broken.
You have a pill for it.
I had a
have-
friend like that had that problem before. Very, very much.
Yeah, it's a serious issue. Limp feather, it's terrible.
Perhaps he could use one of your feathers, Zeke.
I'm not giving him one of my feathers.
Well, you could sell it to them.
That is what we do.
We do sell things here.
Yes.
On to the matter at hand.
Thank you. Okay, hold on a second. So Brian, bring your light so that you're getting over talked. So that Brian has something to
my
say.
microphone is maxed out, so I can't make it any higher.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I'll check the settings, see if I can raise it.
Very quiet.
No, everybody's. It's just Kieran's and Philenials are low. So
Oh.
yeah, everybody else is coming in loud and clear. So,
Wow.
Excellent.
So they are missing a friend, and I say we should help them find him.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Our services do not come cheap or free.
Again with the free.
Viren is correct. While
Oh, we
I am,
do have
I
an
am-
understanding with Zeke.
that's true.
And
And you also know who employed them, Zeke.
I do.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, they told Prater had hired them. Yeah, so they are
I knew that.
the rest of the haberdashery doesn't know this. Maybe I've just said so, but it's your job to tell them. So
Crap.
So Zeke, what's the deal?
Well, Praetor also employs them.
Ah,
that's funny.
No, it's true.
Oh,
Why did that sound so contemptuous? Goodness.
You're welcome.
I thought you liked us.
You know, I do generally.
generally.
long term.
I mean, I have some
Generally.
items I'd like to get sold to you.
Oh, well, in that case, I like you.
and now see the haberdashery is now very vertical, right? So they have so now you'll have different individuals to chat with and to sell to, not just Zeke, because he had the monopoly on y'all for a while, but now the shops all have their specialties.
I believe Quetzal had some items that he might be interested in selling also.
Well, he's gonna have to come visit.
Well, he's
Well,
kind of a pack rat.
Quetzal's not here, so therein lies a conundrum.
The
Yeah.
conundrum is that we have to go get him.
Well, let's see if we can help him. Perhaps I have something that can help with that as well.
I can say that since Praetor employs all of us, if we were not to at least try to go get Quetzal, Praetor would be pretty upset with us. And that's not good, because that's money, and I want that.
I believe we all want that, hence why we're standing here.
You're right.
I'm sitting, but I do it as well. Yes.
Oh, Lord Praetor.
Well, the more we sit around dawdling, the less we get done. So let's figure it out.
I feel Praetor's eyes are watching us right now.
Probably not wrong. Okay, well then, where did he go?
Like I said, he was
He
slot
went poof.
fell on him and he vanished. We suspect he may be somewhere among the planes, but we don't know.
Is there a way to search for
that
someone in the
narrows it down.
plains?
You know,
Somewhere among the plains.
Wait,
I may be able to help here. So someone fairly high. Well, he thinks he's a high-ranking official, but really he's, we're kind of a lateral positions here. He's part of the magical enclave that not you. Well, he's part of the magical enclave that I've studied under. He might know of a way to reach this Quetzal the Pretzel and help. His name is Orpheus Zidel, and he's of the enclave Endwigast. Very pretentious.
Did you say
The
Orpheus?
enclave what?
Endwigast. His name is Ovius.
Obvious.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I know it's a very pretentious name. I don't understand.
Okay, where would we find him?
I just said he's at the magical enclave.
Oh.
Where is the magical enclave?
Lead the way!
Let's go. But can we get a pretzel first?
What? No.
Pretzel? Well, this seems like a very, very much. I'm sure that we need to focus on getting Quetzal back here. Let us focus with the tax at hand.
All this talk about pretzels, I got hungry.
Quetzal!
Quetzal with a U.
Wetzel?
Quetzal! Oh my god, let's just go.
There's emphasis on the U.
All right. So
I will say a pretzel does sound good. We need to make sure we keep our nourishment up on this journey.
Lord Praetor, protect us. We are going to need it.
And pretzels.
True.
And pretzels.
All right. So let's bring in our.
I, for one, would like to say now, Quetzal, I am very sorry.
You did not make it. known to the Grandmaster, yes, is though they would never ever take uninitiated and those who are not studied in their arts to where the enclave is truly housed at. This individual is usually found in the Font of Knowledge, which is down just on the northwestern side of the castle ward. It is a great temple of Ogma and a large public library.
It sounded like a bar to me.
Oh, wonderful.
It's not that great.
That there is a lot, of lore and of research and of knowledge. It is, it's one of the largest in the area, especially it's the biggest one in Waterdeep, but it is well known for its record keeping and books and all that, and that's why it's called the Font of Knowledge.
Size doesn't matter.
Okay.
Speak for yourself. I have a pill for that.
Oh dear.
I have a potion for that.
Ooh.
So let me show you where we go. It's over here.
There are still
Please
tokens in
lead
the
the
harbor
way,
from the last time we used this map.
Grandmaster.
So does the group wish to travel to the Font of Knowledge?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
I will follow the Grandmaster.
There we go. So the group heads out. They head down to, like I said, and it's going to be, where's my pen? It is right here, actually. I believe that it is a fairly large building right there, if y'all see on your map, just to the west of the market area. I think it may be somewhere in there. We're going to pick that area. And that's where you go. And the Grandmaster asks a few rounds, and you will find, yes, that there is a elderly looking gentleman, just as eccentric and dawdling looking as the Grandmaster.
But way more pretentious.
Yep. And yes, he's he is deep in study, a mound of books. He is in a small little nook of area of the library, muttering away, big glasses on that look like big bottles, head buried in a book.
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, just allow me. And I'll walk up to him and I'll look at him and go, obvious.
He's sitting and he holds his hand up with a finger, pausing you, man, just to stop. And he's looking at something, and he's got his glasses down in the book and all, and then he looks up and he squints at it, he blinks his eyes, and what do you want?
When he puts his finger up, if I could go any more pale with anger and insultedness, my skin just crawls. I look at him and say, Spit
it out, boy.
Are you okay?
It hurts to do this. Your assistance is needed.
Don't you see I'm busy? I'm reading. You ought to try it sometime. It's a book.
Yes, I understand that it's a book, and I've read many. Unfortunately, luckily, mine actually makes sense. We have
Yeah, you'll notice because his is upside down.
Yes, we have a compatriot that, how shall we say, got lost in the plains. And as you claim to be an expert in plains travel, I figured you would be the one to talk to.
Well, cast a spell, go to the plane where he's at, and bring him back.
Great.
How hard's that gotta be?
Do you know how we could find which one he's on?
What do you mean, you don't know?
I look back at
we're
the
not
group.
sure.
Apparently we do not.
Sucks to be him then, doesn't it?
I was saying the same thing. But you know what's funny is his name is Pretzel, which made me hungry for a pretzel.
It is not.
It's Ketzel.
Can I
It is
step
not
up?
that either.
Anybody can step up. He's sitting there staring, and he's still blinking through these big these big glasses, looking at all of you.
So I step up and say his name is actually Quetzal, and I'll brandish the necklace, and I say, and we have this item that belonged to him. He cherished the item. Is it possible you could use the item to locate him?
So he's looking at the group, and he looks back over the Grandmaster. Really? You really brought him to me. You got nothing better to do with your time than to deal with this group.
Remember that one game of Seven Dragon Ante that you lost and couldn't pay?
He blinks and he pulls his glasses off, and his eyes, are frosted over, and he wipes them off because they're filthy, and he puts them back on, and he squints again. And, oh, it was you, wasn't it? Oh, you got lucky, I think. Okay. So, what's his name again? Pretzel.
Quetzal.
You're in a library. Keep it down, lizard man. Oh, you're not you're. Wow.
How dare you?
No.
So he he reaches around and he's got. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll write it on a piece of parchment. I'll just pull out of my bag and write it.
And do you hand it to him?
Yep.
Okay, and he grabs it from you and he holds it in front, and then he turns it around, and then he flips it backwards, and he's reading it. Oh, you're right. It's a Q there. It's not Pretzel. He looks at the Grandmaster. It's not Pretzel, you dork. It's Quetzal. It says all right here.
I think you need to get your glasses checked.
Oh my!
So so he fumbles around a couple books and he's looking. Oh no, this isn't it. Where is that? And then he's got a bag and he reaches around, he pulls some stuff out and he goes, maybe. You say you really don't know where he's at? Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, you're not gonna like the answer. There's a possibility, though small, to find Quetzal. And he looks at the Grandmaster. Quetzal. You need the Leviathan to to possibly find him. The Leviathan is a ship that crashed and sank beneath the icy streams of Stygia centuries ago. It was a weapon born of the abyss. It has magical weapons that can break through many wards and enchantments woven through the infernal powers of the devils and all that in the planes of the realm. However, it was lost, but I would possibly think of a way that it can be found. But I must warn you, it is treacherous. And the moment that you start the process for searching and finding the Leviathan, I will let you know that there are other groups that are also in want of this ship because they would like to bring this ship back to the material plane. Because the ability of this ship is that it is able to travel across the plains without trouble at all, like a ship over a fine flow of water. But once you remove it from the realms of Stygia, it will begin. But they don't know, if you don't have the right castings and abilities, it will fall apart, shall we say. So your time is limited on it. However, yes. But
so what you're saying is that it's a one-way trip.
Well, you could get back. So, though I believe he looks to Lavinia, and I believe you possess some knowledge of planes, do you not, dearie?
Why, yes, I do.
I can see it written all over your forehead. He kind of squinted. Yeah, I thought it was dirt for a moment, but I could tell. And he says, yes, to find there's...
You might want to get that cleaned.
So To find the ship is one thing, and having that trinket of your lost companion, there is a compass aboard the Leviathan that if you have true thought and a possession of that which you seek, the ship will steer you in the direction of that which you seek the most. Basically telling you that with the Quetzal's loom, it will track its way to wherever that individual's at, on which plane. It will begin that journey for you. The issue is that the ship's wheel, its steering wheel, it's whatever you call, it's is in three, was taken away and broken into 3 parts. And that is where the process begins. And once you begin to search and find the 3 parts of the wheel, others will know. But I can tell you I can give you, let's say, the ability to travel to where the 3 doors are located. 3 doors, and behind each door is the puzzle or the predicament where a piece of the wheel has been hidden. And it will be your task to solve each door, to combine the 3 pieces together. And when you combine the 3 pieces, it will transport you to the deck of the Leviathan. And from there, you may begin your journey.
Oh.
Oh.
That sounds like quite a process.
And are there any details in where we can start searching for such a ship?
Well, the ship. Once you put the ship's wheels together, it will holding on to the ship's wheel. You will be transported to the ship itself.
Oh, all right.
But you must solve the puzzles of the 3 doors first.
Where are these doors?
Well, he looks to you and he says he will give you, he says you will be the key, that you have the ability, dear, to travel to, by knowing the name of the plane, Free-Rajan. So here, this is the name of the plane where it is kept. Yeah. Okay. That is where the ship's at, but not the ship, but where the doors are at. And so you will step through there, and before you will be 3 doors. And he kind of draws out a picture, though this one is kind of behind each door will be the puzzle.
Oh.
I understand.
Now, the other process is that it's quite possible that some of you may not come back. If you guess wrong or do not complete the puzzle, then you will not be able to venture forth to find the ship. But he looks to Lavinia and he goes, you will be the key, because you will also be able to cast, once you complete, if you find your friend, the ship will bring you back, but you cannot bring the ship to the material plane. You must either beach it back where you found it or make sure it is destroyed. For bringing it back to the material world will surely bring this world to an end. For the weapons aboard it, put in the wrong hands, and in the individual's hands, will bring them more power and abilities to lay, basically destruction to the prime material world here. And that is why it was beached and lost, and the wheel was broken apart.
Oh. For the safety of everyone.
I lean over to Zeke and go, I wonder how much Praetor would pay for such a vessel.
Probably a lot. Let's talk about this later.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's the worst idea I've heard all day.
You didn't
hear it.
So he gives Lavinia, and he says, you begin the journey whenever you seem fit. I wish you luck, but not you. I'll pay you later. Grandmaster. He kind of mumbles, I'm not sure what he's Grandmaster of, but whatever.
Oh, oops.
You're not very bright there, Linder, even with your...
Well, I haven't...
He's not wearing it according.
It's actually, I'm wearing it according to my inventory, but it's not affecting me yet.
It may not be coded. I have to code it, or you can just add up. We'll just make sure and remember to add 1 to your in intelligence. Just what is so it only what's it make it a 19? Is that what it does?
Yeah, it makes it a 19.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, just hold on. Oh, what is it? Right, your intelligence is 13. Change it to 19, and then I'll code it. Because I've got it's written. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on your character sheet that your intelligence is 13 right now. But yeah, you put on and that'll be. We'll send that picture over to you later, so you can put the pretty tiara on his head for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll want it.
Ready.
So, is there anything else you need?
No.
Nope.
I think that's a good starting point.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Thank you for your assistance.
Yes, whatever. Thank you. I'm gonna kind of lean in and go like, "We on for Wednesday night?"
Yeah. I want to win it back. Trust me.
Yeah. Good luck trying.
He puts his glasses. These are upside down, and he takes them and he flips them around, sticks them on, but they were correctly put on anyway. And then he gets bound down to another book that he clearly is upside down.
As I walk away, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. As I said, he's very pretentious.
Well, you gave us information that will help us find kids.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Yep.
Can we get that pretzel now?
Oh my god.
Well, might as well stop somewhere on the way back. He can have his pretzel.
Oh, yay.
Oh, there's
On the
going to
way
need
back.
to be some inventory changes for sure.
On the way back.
On the way back.
That's fine. For now.
Oh.
Onward!
Hey, the Grandmaster, you said you were Master of Scrolls, correct?
Yes.
Curious what you have for sale.
The store's not open yet.
The store's not open yet. I have nothing for you.
They're getting there. Sorry. So,
However, if you let me know what you are looking for, I may be able to find something.
Interesting, yeah.
So the haberdashery does have access, or make sure that they do access to your
you have disadvantage.
disadvantage roll for anyone trying to find pretzels. Oh, that's too much. That's scary for you. Yes.
I cast locate object.
Yeah. It seems to fail. Yeah.
That's cool. I'll cast it again.
It finds a can of Pringles.
Oh boy.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
I punted there, folks. I couldn't think of anything. All right. Okay, so you're back at the shop.
Yep.
All right. I guess I will start gathering materials so that I can, work some magic here.
And Zima seems a little concerned and is kind of like wondering, do I really have to go? I don't want to.
Oh, if you would like to stay and keep watch of the shop.
Oh, yeah. Because Zima saw some juicy rats outside.
Oh, if you can take care of that, that would be wonderful.
Pleasure. Anything for you.
Thank you so much.
Watch out for Mr. Snickerdoodles. I have been.
Yeah.
Oh, don't hurt Mr. Snickerdoodles, I guess, for the Grandmaster's sake.
Thank you.
You saw that he promises, but you see that he's got his little fingers on his claw, they're crossed.
It's okay. Don't you worry. You can get all the other rats, but leave Mr. Snickerdoodle alone.
I got to make sure I think you've done it before. Make sure we get an NPC sheet. We need to develop that for him so that you've got.
It's literally just the dragon fairy.
Yeah, the fairy dragon deal. We'll put it together though, because I had Brian was running an owl when we in other sessions before we made NPCs so you could control and play around with them and all that. So
I had 2.
Yeah. Oh, you did too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I had the Trustum and I had the Guardian.
You had the shield guardian, didn't you? That's right. All right. So Lavinia take some time and all that while everybody's kind of cavorting around or harassing each other, talking and all that, and she lets the group know that she's ready to begin the process. Yep. And do you perform the ritual, Lavinia?
Perfect. There's 8 of us.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Perfect.
Wow.
And get transported, and before you, it's a looks like it's a never-ending room. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But before you are 3 doors. Yep.
But there are 4.
All right.
But yep. There's not what? Did you say?
Never mind.
Hey, there's only 3 doors. Hey, before you. Which one do you choose first?
The one that will let us break onto the other side.
And he ventures off, and in your mind, remember that as soon as you open the door, the process begins, and others are alerted that are searching also. And you may once you start the process, you have to finish it.
Right. Once we start, we have to finish what we started, everybody. So choose wisely, and then we'll move on to the next and the next.
Yeah, let's make a educated guess.
So the doors have any kind of significant tells that maybe show what might be expected on the other side?
Negatory. They do not.
Okay. Well, I guess
Brian,
it's
were you
just
saying
a
something?
matter of,
Millennial?
No, I was not saying anything.
Okay, sorry. Sometimes it can't tell. Yep.
Well, first, second, or third door, boys.
Should we roll a die to make a determination?
Sure.
Left.
The leftmost door.
It is.
Left.
Yep.
Everybody cool with that?
Yes. I mean, that's what the dice said.
Okay. Who opens the door?
I will go first.
Oops, I didn't mean
Wow.
to shut my. Hey.
I will open the door for the lovely men over.
As Lavinia approaches the door, Varen will reach up and touch his armor, and it briefly starts to glow, and then just kind of fades away.
That's nice.
What's the light show?
As he does that, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make the sound of a fart.
Oh my gosh. All right, the door creaks open, and it's a bright white light, is cascading out of the door, the archway and all that, and it begins to calm down and in sync with the armor as it glowed and all that at the same time, as though maybe they might have been related, but you don't know. And you see a single room before you. It is shabby looking, almost of a shack type, with rotting wood planks everywhere, the walls, the floor, the ceiling. You will see that it's like I said, a single room, but it's like a studio. Paints and brushes and tarps litter the floor. Old canvases look to be thrown around. On the far wall, you see another door. On either side of the door is an identical painting of a man. And in the middle, you see a man sitting, staring at the two, his back to you. And he has a paintbrush in his hand that you can tell, and he's got a little bitty paint, a little paint palette with his thumb hicks off of, and he's staring at it. And another group looking to use my door. You must enter to leave. And he doesn't, but he doesn't turn to look at you.
Enter to leave? What do
You must
mean?
enter to leave.
So it sounds like we have to all go in and close the door behind us.
Is that what everybody does?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to walk through the door? Oh, is there anything else in this room?
No,
It's
that's
adventure
it.
time.
That is all that you see. It looks like a painting studio.
Doom, 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 doom.
Are you sure he's not talking about the paintings?
All right. So does everybody enter the door?
Yes.
Okay. And he must shut the
If the
door
others
behind
do,
you.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody shuts the door. I mean, everybody enters the room and the door shuts, and it disappears when you shut the door. And he stands there, and you see just a it's just a man, human. He's covered. He's got paint splotches on his face. His eyes are blotched and red, and his paints look like they are dry on his palette, and his brush is definitely, he looked like he hadn't cleaned it forever. And he looks to you, and he says, "To use the other door, you must find all the differences in my paintings." And he points to the two paintings, and he says, "And if you find them all, when you turn the knob, the door will take you where you need to go." And you will see these two paintings.
Oh boy, it's
How
about
many
different.
differences are there?
He's not going to tell you.
Question: would passive perception come into play here?
Negatory, you must find the differences.
Alrighty. So I already see a couple.
Yep. Bam, the fork at the bottom.
Anybody with
Hands.
Arcana? So you all study the painting. Hold on now. So somebody make me get a note. Someone make me a note. Yeah, Mandy, I thought you might like that. Someone's open up your notes. So someone's going to be the note taker so we can see. Okay.
Let me have a look here.
Anybody that's got Arcana religion, make me checks, please, at disadvantage, just due to the disorientation of everything that's going on, please.
You said a religion?
If you have proficiencies in Arcana or religion. Anybody beat a 12?
Yay!
Okay, looks like everybody's just bitch slap. Sorry, Karen. I think your feather got in the way. By the looks of it.
It was the hat.
Linder's pretty good though.
That's not a
Yeah,
disadvantage.
Yep, that's my bad.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Alrighty.
I'll throw it one more time.
There is a tattoo that you notice on the hand, on one of the hands there. That is a old symbol for the number 10.
Like we found 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
And he just stares. Even when y'all walk in front of him, he's just like he looks right through. He's looking at the paintings.
The size of the horns is another one.
Yep.
Size doesn't matter.
Man.
In this case, it does.
All right. Do we think you have found them?
I'm writing them down. No. Give me 1 second.
No. No.
I count 9.
No. 9.
What about the teeth?
I was looking at that, but
The
I'm not
teeth
sure.
kind of look different, don't they? It's like the lines are thicker on painting 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty subtle.
I mean, it's very subtle, but it's different.
You are correct.
I think it's different. Mark it down!
You know what? The forehead kind of looks darker on the left one, too. The area just under the hair.
Let me know when you are prepared to give him an answer.
I have the horns. I have the shoulder shackle thing there. I have the button on the cowl. I have the fork, the beard, teeth ? The hand tattoo, the fingernail, and the. So that is 9 in total. Or am I missing something?
No, I'm counting 9
at the bottom.
Huh?
What about the wood grain around the fork?
I think that would count as 1 change, personally.
So the fork and the wood grain is 1 change, you think?
I would
I
think
got
so,
it.
yeah.
One says devil painting 1 and one says devil painting 2.
That is true. He's not wrong.
That's not one of the differences.
I disagree.
Well, if you may choose to decide if you want to use that as an answer.
Please don't.
Is it the fact that maybe both of them were done by different artists?
He looks at you when you say that and he says, "Shush your mouth. Only my work belongs in this room. Choose wisely."
Oh, touchy subject.
Never
sell these.
You never critique an artist's work when he's in the room with you. Don't you know etiquette?
I beg to differ.
Always make sure you write it down before you publish it in paper.
I mean, if you guys
This is
are
the
happy
great
with
work
it,
of the Mandy, don't you know? Look at the lines.
The Mandy Eater?
I can't see any other difference in the mouth, so except the mouth difference. So I think that's all I can see.
There anything with the hair?
I think you're right.
Tick tock, tick tock.
TikTok.
We're timed?
Do you have some place to be?
You could
No,
be.
this
You
is
don't
Twitch.
know. You know that you've set off something.
Yeah.
Whoa, boy, bringing on the haberdashery has really been a help.
Go for it.
Hey, I only have an intelligence of 20. Oh, wait.
You're very smart. Zeke is not.
Apparently not enough. Smart enough.
You think the obvious thing of the tattoo being 10, we should find 10 changes in the picture.
Well, we
That could be a
found-
misdirection.
Might be.
It's a red herring.
Found a few. I think this is it, guys. I really do.
I think that's it. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right, I've got them marked down. I want to know, and I'm gonna. You tell me what you've slowly but surely. Tell me each one, please.
Okay, so I wrote them all down.
Okay.
I have the horns.
1 second.
I have
Okay. Next.
the earring.
The earring. Okay. Next.
I have the teeth.
Okay. Next.
The beard.
They called a goatee.
Yeah, that facial hair.
Next.
The little clip on the cowl.
Clasp. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and there's a button missing.
Yeah.
From the
A rivet. Okay.
And
Jesus Christ, Doc, you have to correct everything she says?
No, I'm just so what is that now? The next one?
Cup symbol.
The goblet.
Uh-huh. The tattoo.
Uh-huh.
The
you're not gonna correct that?
fingernail.
Uh-huh.
The fork.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody else spot anything else?
Nope.
Do we say the horn?
Oh, that's 10. That is 10.
Is
Yeah, she gave
I
me the
mentioned-
horns. That was the first one.
I went from top to bottom. So does anybody else spot anything different?
I think.
Oh no, never mind. That was the beard.
Oh my god.
It's not the hair.
No.
No,
I think
I
the
think
hair's the
it's good.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Can we phone a friend?
We
You
have a
got 3
life.
lifelines? Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that. Now that's kind of funny. I should have done something like that. That's pretty good.
And like an audience poll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next time, yeah.
If you guess wrong, it's so,
Oh, no.
yeah. Okay. He looks.
Fine
He
answer.
one more time. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
He nods. You see him. His paintbrush falls, and as it falls, you look like it's getting ready to hit the ground, and it goes right through the ground, and the room begins to all fade and all that, and then the door frame in front of you lights up, and it cracks open.
Wonderful.
And in the doorway is a piece of the ship's wheel.
Yeah.
Even better. Thank you
take
so much.
And you,
And I put it in my
you see,
bag of holding.
you see the wheel, and before you are back. It's like you're stepping through the door to come back into this room.
The room with the 3 doors.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Wow, that felt extraordinarily easy.
Whoa. Don't tempt fate
Oh.
now.
I just
Don't
got
say
called
that.
out. Okay.
Who is this guy?
Oh my god.
Okay.
It was
I
definitely
don't know him.
Nicely
My
done.
God,
Okay.
did
Well,
somebody have a silent spell?
I actually do.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's only the first door.
nice.
Alright,
Okay.
Next in line, might as well go in order. Let's go
might as
through the
well.
center. I
Let's do
will-
it.
Door.
The center door. You open it up, and before you see in another room, an ancient stone carved room. There's no dwarves here, unfortunately, but you recognize that would bring a tear to a dwarf's eye. And ornate room, the floor is pristine. It's covered in lovely marble and cutouts, gold inlays in it. And on the far side of the room, you see 3 large thrones. And sitting in each one of the thrones, you can see is a giant skeleton. But that's all you can see from where you stand in the doorway. There are
So you said everything
braziers
is-
on in the corners of the room lit up with flames, so the room is lit well enough. But ask your question again, Linda. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So you said it's like dwarven architecture. Is there?
It just looks like it's just like a room that is of high quality, a true royal type room of some sort.
Okay, but there's no like dwarven writing or anything.
No, not at all.
Okay,
but
All
it
right.
just looks wonderful.
There's 3 thrones and
3
some-
thrones,
you
3
said
large thrones sit in the back, and they're
Oh,
up on
dear.
a dais, a platform, and seated in a throne. Each one of the thrones is a giant skeleton, humanoid shaped skeleton.
Like a window.
Everybody goes in.
Yeah.
Okay, you move in, and the door shuts behind you once again, and you get closer, and you notice several things. Before each one of the skeletons is a small wooden chest on a raised pedestal. Before the chest, on the floor, are the bones and the bodies of those unfortunate adventurers that have possibly tried to come in here before. But you can't tell the age. They have not aged well. Most of their bones, and they're, not much flesh on them. You see one has several arrows protruding from it in multiple directions, mostly from the back. And the skeletons just stare. Don't move. They're just, they're sitting there, staring out.
Oh, do the
And in front of
chests
each
have
one
any
of the
markers?
chests, not that you can tell, and you can't even see that there's even a way to open the chest. There's no lock, there's no latch. You can't even see the break of the lid. They are made of wood. You can tell that.
What do the skeletons look like?
Do you go up and look?
I'd like to take a look.
I will as well.
Okay, so you will see on these skeletons, you will see that there's something strange about their eyes. In the skeleton on the left, you see has red rubies, 2 huge red rubies in its eyes, one in each, wedged, properly stuck in there, fully encasing the eyes. The skeleton on the far right has green emeralds. And the one in the center has one of each in its eyes.
And there's no indications on their thrones giving any kind of...
Nope.
And, okay. Alright. So the leftmost one is ruby, the rightmost one is emerald, and the center is both ruby and emerald.
In which eye are they in?
Exactly. So the one in the center is the
one in the center has one red ruby and one green emerald, and they are opposite from. So the green, the one in the middle, the green emerald is next to the red rubies.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast levitate on myself and go up there and take a closer look.
Okay, you hover right up to the skeleton's face. You're looking at it. You basically what you're wanting to do without touching anything. Basically saying that's fine.
Not touching anything yet.
That's fine. If you see what I just showed you, looks like they were embedded into the skull. True eyes.
So they look like they're really stuck in there. Like
they're really stuck in there. Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
Okay.
So let's not touch
I'm
those.
not going to be able to yank them out. Yeah, no, I'm not going to try.
But what about the chests themselves if we do a closer inspection?
That regular wooden chest, there is no, latch, no handles Well, I'll say no. We'll put there's a handle on each side, like you could pick it up to grab it, but you don't see a locking mechanism. You don't even see the lid of the damn thing. You can't even tell how the lid opens up.
And the pedestals that they sit upon?
Standard stone pedestals that match the rest of the decor of the room.
Are the thrones against the wall, or are they freestanding?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Are the thrones against the wall?
They're up against the wall. They're up against the wall. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want to inspect the thrones themselves and see if there's anything, secret panels or anything like that.
You can make me roll on the tower. Anybody else doing anything?
I will do some inspecting myself.
Of?
I'll roll it in the tower.
Of what?
The throne and the pedestal chest thing.
I want to search the rest of the room.
Investigation check from you two in the tower. Shadow, please. Okay, so those who are looking at the thrones, once again, of ornate composition, stone. There's not a speck of dust anywhere in this room. You don't see any flaw marks, anything where you don't see scratch marks on the walls or the floor like they would move or anything like that. The skeletons, they said they look fine. They look, bones, they're true skeletons. The chests themselves they've got two handles on them. The pedestals are built in, a full stone into the floor. However, Shadow, as you're looking around, you moved by the corpses, and a quick glint of refractive light hits you. You just happen to catch notice of it coming from the corpse with the arrows in it.
I'll go over and investigate it.
Okay, you rummage around there, being cautious, and you notice that he has some type of strange magnifying glass in his right hand.
I'll pick it up.
You pick it up, you can say it's kind of nice, but you notice, and you're being very careful because as soon as you lift it up, you notice that one of the lenses is cracked and broke. And the whole item itself is extremely fragile.
Anyone have a way of fixing this?
Oh, what is...
Someone who has Arcana or History, once again, with disadvantage, please make me the rolls. Not that you're probably not going to, it's not going to matter anyway, as I know this group, and that's what I figured as much. Let's get my butt handed to me. Yeah, okay. Y'all all kind of go, whoa, that's awesome. These are magnifying glass of X-ray vision. And
I cast mending.
These do. Your mending spell does not work on it.
What?
It doesn't work here in this room. The glass, I'm so sorry. You tell that, unfortunately, yes, they had been in great condition, what they wouldn't have been able to do. That the glass, since it is cracked and fragile, almost falling apart, that what it will do is allow you to exactly do that, to look through the good lens at something, and it has, because of the way you feel and look at it, the moment you use it, it will give you that use, and it will break. Then it will be spent. You get one look.
Who wants to look at what?
Well, shit.
What are we searching exactly?
I mean, crap.
I imagine you could probably
Looking
see
into the
inside those
chests.
chests.
What happened?
So you can use it, or someone can use it to look inside of the chests.
Oh yeah, but I don't know which one we should be looking at or what exactly we are looking for.
I don't know about you guys, but Shadow is the most perceptive of our group.
Maybe.
And I'm probably the most
and I
perceptive of this group.
probably see us. I have a really good past perception.
Yeah, y'all are staring to look at it, and the other thing that catches you is that the arrows, we're not sure, you don't see anywhere around you where those would have come from. You're thinking that somehow, some way, this individual was some type of treasure hunter, possibly, or some way happened upon this room, but the arrows, he brought the arrows with him somehow. It's, not making much sense. You kind of look through, he's several maps tucked into a pouch that, look like they're treasure maps, and X marks the spot. And he's got some intricate trinkets around his belt that look mostly worthless ornaments, and his view and what he was doing, from the look of it, when he died, he was possibly looking at the chest, and when he died, he fell, and that's what broke one of the lenses.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Then. So are each of these corpses in front of a specific chest?
I heard your question. Somebody else said something?
I said click, 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 click.
Oh, click, click, the clacking noise, whoever that is, yeah.
Did you say the eyes are red and green?
So the left skeleton has red rubies. The right skeleton has emeralds, and the middle skeleton has one of each.
Yeah, so green means go, red means stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which one is the one? Which skeleton is the one that was struck and fallen? Which one was it in front of? With the arrows?
I'm looking.
Because if we don't want that one.
You're right.
He is in between two of them, the left and the center.
So he's in.
He fell between the two of them.
Okay, and where are the arrows on his body?
He has several coming from. He has most of them in his back, but it looks like he's got a couple from his side. He took several shots somehow from somewhere. Yep.
I mean, how close do you have to be to an item for this thing to see through it? Does anybody know anything about these?
Fairly close. It's 10 feet. What I need from anybody that's got sleight of hand. You sleight of hand, goobers. I think this is going to be a layup. Insight, actually, give me insight's on a person. I'm trying to give you a little extra help here. Just give me this. Actually, no, I want deception. Anybody got deception?
Yep.
Roll your deception check.
I have everything.
Well, the bards, bards have 0.5%. Yeah, so y'all with deception.
Perception or
deception? Deception.
Oh, sorry.
I do not have that.
You done messed up.
Yeah, you just slapped me. Zeke.
Hold on.
I think he's been deceiving us this entire time.
Yes, he has. Done messed up.
He even
Slapped me
sounds
around.
different.
Zeke screams out.
Hats.
Yeah, the hat. You see the hat on his head shift a little bit.
He has a black market in hats.
And Zeke claims you clamor out, Zeke, and you go. You can tell there's something with the chest and with where they're in relation to the skeletons. You don't know enough yet, but something about the chest. There are 3 chests and 3 skeletons.
Yeah.
Are there any markings on the chests?
No, there are not.
No markings on the chest.
There's a difference in the distance between them?
There is not.
Is there a difference in the size of the
No,
chest?
there's nothing in that type of ability. You just see that you're just noticing that there's some, what your interest is piqued because there are 3 chests and there are 3 skeletons and also the gems.
So I pictured the chests each placed in front of the skeleton.
They're on a pedestal, and the pedestal and the chest is in front of the skeleton. That is correct.
So we use the X-ray lenses to look inside the chest and then arrange them in the proper order.
Right, but we can only look at one thing before the glasses break.
Well, if we look at in one chest, if we can figure out which one that goes in front of, then the other 2, it should be easy to flip them around and see which one's right.
You're probably right.
The hint for the gentleman that's got the arrows in him is he tried and failed, right?
You don't know.
It looked like it. He seemed to have tried, and he was struck by arrows, and I'm not sure how protected we are from these arrows.
Correct. Now,
So
the relationship for the chests and the skeletons, we clearly see. That's obvious. And then there's a relationship with the gems. And if green means go, maybe that means the first one is fine to look at, and the second one is partial, and the third one is red, right? Stop.
So
maybe we use the eyeglass to look at the middle chest.
So how close do you have to be to these chests to use these glass thingies?
Right up. Let me right up on it. They
10 feet.
1 second. Yeah, I think 10 feet.
And how far are the chests from each other?
20 feet.
Damn it.
Of course.
Nice try.
Does the ability only last for a couple seconds or so?
You're looking at it, and as soon as you look through it and all that, the lens will break. You get 1 shot.
Okay. Just gather all 3 chests and put them in one space on the floor and look at all 3 of them.
It will look. The X-ray will go through one. Will look through 1 item and 1 item only.
Oh, of course.
He does that all the time. He doesn't like my answers. He just shoots them down.
Did you guys see these tracks on the ground here?
No tracks.
There's tracks on the ground.
There are no tracks. No, there's nothing.
These train tracks. I don't know.
Train tracks. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's right.
Alrighty then. Let's look at. Let's look it up.
I hear a whistle.
And
yeah.
The Grandmaster. Hello. 4th wall. Meeting, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all.
So which one do I look at?
The one with the green. The one with the green eyes.
Yeah, perhaps the green would be safest since this one is between the red and the one with both. Maybe that one would be safest.
I will let you know that where his position has nothing to do with it.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint.
Well, I don't know. There's a man dead between 2 chests. Sounds like a tale to me.
I will let you know that it is not.
Somebody just pick a chest.
Go for the green one.
Yes.
Go for the green one.
You're looking at the chest that's in front of the one on the right with the green emeralds in his eyes. Or her eyes.
I guess so.
Oh, it's a lady skeleton.
Ooh, lady skeleton. How do you know?
Probably the pelvic bone is bigger.
Big ol' hips. I got it. Okay.
Wow, this is a family show.
Hey.
What, a childbirthing hips?
I am a kobold. I don't understand the other races' anatomies, okay?
Go ahead. Tell us what you see inside of that chest over there.
As soon as I'm told.
Do it.
Are you sure?
Oh. Has magic worked in any of these areas yet?
You don't detect, you don't
yes.
get any feeling that there's anything magical in the room.
No, I mean, if
my
we...
levitate works just fine.
Oh, okay.
Shadow also, as he's studying, when y'all are getting ready to look, the body on the ground, his hand, though, points to the center chest.
What the?
Oh, the body doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with anything. It's just there.
Well, his position didn't mean anything. I was trying to let her know that.
But he's pointing
But
in the
maybe
middle.
the finger does.
Yeah, I have a finger for this puzzle too.
Well, look.
I'm gonna look in the middle one.
New discovery. There's the finger's pointing over here. Let's have a look.
I look in the middle one.
Okay. You look in the middle one and you examine that chest.
And we all die.
Rip, friends.
You look in.
It's Quetzal.
And you breathe. For a brief moment, you see a shadow of Quetzal. You know?
That was easy.
Yes, you know, with consternation on his face because he's not a T-Rex anymore, but his arms are still small. And you see briefly a ruby.
Ah. So this one belongs on the left side.
Zeke, yeah, you tell Zeke this, and Zeke, listen, deception means that this means what you think is that somehow the chests have to be put in the right positions to open up whatever, portal is here, hiding the piece of the ship's wheel.
Okay, does somebody have some chalk or something so we can label this chest before we start moving them around?
I have.
All right, guys.
I have ink.
Stuff.
Meaning that there is a ruby in that chest. You can't. Looks like there's more in there, but the only thing you get a quick look at before the glass break is you see a ruby.
So that's the important part.
So so we didn't even see the entire contents of the
Nope,
chest.
you saw one ruby.
A ruby, cool.
But you could tell there was more in there, but you couldn't tell what they were, though.
Got it.
Has anybody ever told you that you're the worst?
So the chest we just looked at needs to go on the left. We know that. That was the one in the middle needs to go on the left because that's the ruby, right? Everybody, everybody.
If we just hit them all with swords and break them open.
I do not recommend.
No, don't do it.
So what's it tell you? So you know that you got to move the chest to the right pedestals. They're not in the right order right now. And the one in the center contains a ruby.
So I take the one in the center after Zeke explained everything. And I was like, all right, we'll take the center one and move it to the ruby side and see if the skeleton reacts. So then that way we'll know if something works.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
Uh-oh.
Well, if each of the chests has a ruby in it that is in accordance with what skeleton they go into, then one of them has more than one gem in it, meaning
Shake them.
it will weigh more. Albeit slightly.
Interesting.
So, but wouldn't
How do we
that be
measure
the
that?
one in the center would be the one that has
Well,
more?
Unfortunately, Pun has our scales and he's not here, so.
You can shake the chest. I will tell you, shake all three chests, and they sound like there's multiple gems in them.
Ah, crap.
And they all weigh the same.
Let's take the one that we know for sure is ruby and put it in front of the ruby one. I will be more than happy to do that.
What do we do with the one that's in front of the ruby one? Put it in the middle?
Take it off, and that's why let's see what happens when we put the ruby one in front of the ruby skeleton. Because if it
Okay.
signifies
I'll hold
something within the skeleton, then we'll know whether the other ones
You
will
put
react.
it on.
You know.
You put it on this pedestal. Nothing happens.
We have
That is,
a
and
ruby
I'm not. That's
one
not being an
there.
indicator of anything. You just put it on the pedestal.
So now the ruby one is on the leftmost.
That is correct. That is correct.
Got it.
So why don't we take the right one, put it in the middle, and make the left one and put it on the right?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
As their voices
This is
going,
something so I can
puzzles,
get my
we hate them.
pencils.
Let's
Everybody,
give it a
I'm
go.
really sorry. Just be ready to die in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
All 3 pedestals light up when you do that. You chose well. And the skeletons, each one of their their left hands raise up, and when you do, the door behind you cracks back open, and you see the second part of the ship's wheel hanging in the air.
And that too goes into my
Perfect.
bag of holding.
Yep.
I now need a hat, and I want to call myself Indiana.
You have.
I'm
You
sorry.
are back
He wants
in.
to put all the wheel in his bag. So maybe this one should go in my bag.
Yeah, unfortunately, the chests don't come off the pedestals. He even tried to smash one, and it doesn't even dent.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
You're-
there's three wheels, parts of the wheel.
Yeah, you got
each
one more
does every-
part.
Who,
Yep, you have one more
Who
door.
else has a bag of holding?
I think Flennial does. Yeah.
Okay, so each wheel part will go into a separate bag of holding. That way, if one of us goes down, who has the bag of holding? Not, they don't.
That way,
I have a bag of sand. Is that okay?
I can hold the third for you.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah, I have a
Yes.
haversack. So
I have a bag of holding.
I want to
a
have a
bag of
stack.
sand.
Oh, that's lovely.
Alrighty.
Ew.
On to the next door,
On to
friends.
the next one. There you go.
Now
Doom,
I will
Oh,
open it up
someone's-
for all of you lovely people.
doom,
Oh, it's-
doom, doom, doom.
Okay, the last door. Alrighty, here we go. This is maybe it. Okay, so you open up the door, and before you is a large room with 8 stations, and those stations look to be brewing workstations, a potion making work area. And there is one for each of you to step in front of.
My specialty. I will
Oh,
go up to
boy.
one for sure.
You can see that there are cauldrons. So as everybody move into the room, want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. So
Yes.
here's, yep. You see, the murder hobos do not like puzzles, and that's exactly why this took place. So, the Hogwarts potion making room, which stands before you. You each take your place, and you understand that what you see before you is multiple things. And I'm going to post this. The workstation. Here you go. Make sure I don't give anything away. All right. In chat, you see what you see before you. Oh, be careful now. A scroll with some instructions written on it, and I'll tell you what it says in a second. The back of the scroll contains a diagram of connected gears. Before you on the station are 3 cauldrons filled with water. Each cauldron seems to be made of some type of different material. There's a wooden spoon, a gas burner with a knob to control the flame. There is a small flower pot with a small patch of grass growing in it. There is a rack with 3 vials. One contains a dark red liquid labeled dragon's blood. The second contains a light red liquid called vampire blood, and the third is empty. There is an hourglass with markings to indicate numbers of minutes. And there's a set of 3 empty glass vials, one with a triangular base, one with a square base, and one with a round base. You look at the scroll, it basically says instructions to create a powerful luck spell that, if brewed properly, will allow you to have luck for 3 hours when you drink it. And you must, each one of you must concoct the potion on your own. You may not work with each other. You will have to, you can create yourself a note, each one of you, and you're going to have a set of instructions, and you will write your answers down of what you do with the instructions. And I will show you they're on the scroll, but we're going to read them off one at a time. And if you brew it wrong, you don't get, if nobody brews it correctly, you don't get the wheel. But one of you must brew, or majority of you, let's make it easier, harder. A majority of you must brew the potion properly for it to work. Yes. Oh boy is correct. So
let's see.
Each one of you get your notes ready. If you want to put it in Fantasy Grounds, get your spell making, make sure to label it with your name on it so you know. Let's be not an ass. Quit that. I see. That's mean. The first direction says there are 3 cauldrons before you, each brewing for a brew. You can only use one. Which will you choose? Cast iron, pewter, or even steel? Which is the best? I'll make you a deal. Think long and hard, because if you are right, the potion you brew can help in a fight. Which cauldron will you use?
Steel.
No, you don't tell me.
No, that's totally fine. That's not cheating at all.
You're not supposed to tell me. No cheating, no helping each other. You're supposed to.
He wasn't helping. Nobody totally heard anything.
Shush. Shush. Shush.
Can you repeat it again?
It's in the chat.
Okay.
I put it in chat.
Excellent.
You are supposed to.
Who is it? Does anybody get the choice? Like, we just tell you who wants it, or
no? You're gonna put it. You're gonna make yourself a note. You're going to put your.
Oh, okay.
You're going to put your ingredients down for what you're choosing. Okay, do it properly. Let's see what happens. And that's the first one. Which cauldron are you going to put on the burner? Make a choice. You can only use one. Cast iron, pewter, and even steel. Which is the best? I'll make you a deal. Think long and hard, because if you are right, the potion you brew help in a fight. Everybody chosen?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. I have, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can hear the acid in some of their voices. Okay.
No acid.
Here comes the second deal. Are you ready? Boom. Now it's 2. What color flame are you going to use? The colors of the rainbow can help you choose. Red, yellow, green, there's even blue. Indigo and violet are all in this view. One color is missing. It's the flame you need. Turn the knob so your potion can feed.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Yay!
That's right. It's a pride potion.
That's wonderful.
The pride of the luck of pride, or how
Do
pride
not put this garbage on the gays.
I'm not.
Wow.
I didn't do that.
He's so angry.
He is so angry. Hey. Have we chosen?
I'm still reading the.
You can read. That's fine. Sometime sooner or later we got to go find Quetzal, but
This game goes till like
What
what,
order
1
do you
o'clock in the
want it?
morning?
And we're having some fun, just being silly. It's not, we got there's stuff still to do. You still got to get to the ship. So,
And Pretzel's at a spa.
all right.
I'm still figuring this out.
I guess I've chosen.
Yep.
Sorry.
Right. All right, here comes the third clue. Now it's time to add the grass. Don't smoke it though. Just a few, don't you pass. Thanks, Mandy. I'll let that calm down here a second. Let your knowledge of nature guide you. How many blades will you do?
Do I get to roll nature?
Unfortunately not.
What?
How am I supposed
Let
to
me
let
check.
my
You
knowledge
know
of
what?
nature
Actually,
guide me?
they give me a hold on. Nature checks if you're proficient in it. Yes.
I am.
I was going to tell you. Well, you roll it in. Goobers.
I am
okay,
not.
doesn't matter. If you got.
That's not fair.
I will. All right, the skill determining player can roll nature check. Okay, they will know. Felenia, you will get this. You understand that number is lucky in nature.
I'm gonna use an inspiration to reroll mine.
You can.
Oh my god. This is the
Oops.
worst.
Oh no. Who sent me the last one? The Grandmaster.
Shadow's roll was higher than mine. Does he not know it also?
I am private messaging the ones who rolled.
Okay, because I heard you say
I
you won't know this, but I didn't hear you say anything about Shadows.
You rolled first, so sorry I said it out loud. But y'all were supposed to roll in the tower. I was going to say do tower, but that's fine. Some of y'all got some messages. Some of you didn't.
Well, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I just sent you a message in Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
Okay. What's up, Rifkin? Yes, we have puzzles. So yes, this is called, just so y'all know, I've got several things I got from the guild. This, not images, where are my storylines? I downloaded Puzzles, Predicaments, and Perplexities 1 and 2. It's some DM Guild mod files, and also the other adventure part is the Leviathan, I think. Where is it? I missed it. The Leviathan, which is an AL module that was put on Fantasy Grounds, and kind of combining the two together. So to give them a little fun here, but I'm going to post it to the authors and let them know that we're running some of their content. All right, here we go to the next clue. Boom. 3 vials lay before you labeled 1, 2, and 3. Which do you trust to be swallowed by thee? One is dragon's blood, so strong and so fierce. Perhaps this will allow the potion to pierce. The second, blood of a vampire deceased, so cold yet pure. Cursed, you'll need a priest. 3 is empty and waiting to be filled. Would you submit your blood if it was willed? Now you must choose and pour it at will, and watch this potion begin to feel. The question will be, what blood would you use to pour into the potion mix in your cauldron? Which one? Actually, Rifkin, the second step of the puzzle was a rainbow choice. All right. Here we go to the next one. No, not yet. We can wait. We can wait. A few more seconds. It's only Quetzal's life you're dealing with.
I'm not getting paid for this. I mean, yeah, we should totally do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna lose sleep if we lose.
That is so mean.
Poor
The haberdashery.
We need to save his friend.
Yeah,
I didn't get my pretzel yet.
Did you not pick it up on the way back?
Oh my gosh.
On the way back from the adventure. Not
Here we go. The next clue. Now it's time to stir your brew. But how many times should you do? Stirring in the right direction is important, or you'll break this creation. Follow the gears here abound. Track them going round and round. From start to finish, you can see the direction your stirring should be. Also count how many gears, because that's how many times you should stir I hear. And what you're going to see is...
That was a terrible rhyme.
Hey, you... Shush! Potion making, the gears... Oh, don't show that. That's the answer. Woo!
No, show that.
No.
That's fine. We
The
won't look.
solution. Where is my gears? Okay, where are my gears?
Gears.
This is grinding my gears.
Gears.
No.
We're all doomed.
Stuff I've been asking where your gears are since I've met you.
Potion making. Well, where are the gears? The back of the scroll contains a diagram of connected gears. Yes, where is my diagram? Images. Let me go to that.
Diaphragm.
This puzzle's broken.
Not broken. The gears. Here it is. No, that's the answer. I don't want the answer. I want the...
But we do.
Well, we gotta find the answer.
This is why you read ahead.
Okay, I'm a guess. Okay, let me make sure I read this right. How many times stir in the right direction is important or you'll break this creation. Follow the gears abound, track them going round and round. From start to finish, you can see the directions that your stirring should be. Also count how many gears, because that's how many times you need to steer. Okay, so I'm assuming that
I need the picture.
You do need this picture.
Oh boy. Oh my. Start to. Okay.
Yep, that's... So, you're supposed to... A drawing of the gears is laid out.
Okay.
Not an answer. That's actually the diagram. So we'll just put this over here to the side so people can see it. While they're thinking, we'll get to the next step.
There's another step. God.
There's a couple more steps. Yep.
The heck
So
is this stupid puzzle?
didn't want it to be too easy. It has had enough. It's time to sit. Let it simmer for a bit. Using your knowledge of arcane and magic, how many minutes, too many, will be tragic?
Oh no.
Now remember,
I'm still finishing up the last one.
that's fine.
Yeah,
You can
me
do that.
too.
I'm just letting you know. So, how do you know how many minutes?
Do you want it in the open or in the tower?
You, Grandmaster, let's see. Hold on.
Do we have to make a check?
Yep. if you know how to determine.
You mean like proficiency?
If you have proficiency.
Rip.
Proficiency in what?
What did I say? It was Arcana and Magic.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you're not proficient in Arcana, you cannot possibly get the answer.
You have to come up with you. You can try to tell me what you think. The role will give you help. Let me just tell you that way. But it is solvable to everybody. I'll give you that hint.
Okay, so we can roll Arcana even if we're not proficient.
No, Arcana. So Arcana will tell you there's a way they will know fairly quickly what the answer is because if they roll high enough. But those that don't have Arcana, I will let you know the answer's still there. There's the answer is there in front of you.
Yeah, I rolled mine in the tower, Duff.
I'm looking. Make me everybody that doesn't have perception can make me a roll. I mean, everybody that doesn't have Arcana can make me a perception roll, please.
In the tower?
Yeah, straight out.
I did mine in the tower.
I'm watching right now. So everybody's high roll is I don't think anybody's going to fail this roll because everybody's perception's the level of where y'all are at is going to kill it. Yeah. Well, Varian, I already sent you yours.
I know, but I'm better at that skill.
Shush. Y'all all look, everyone looks at there is your contents also are important, what you saw in front of you on the table. If you remember what was sitting before you, there is an hourglass and it has a marking of 10 minutes on it. So there's your answer. Because apparently they want to get done with this. Last.
I mean,
I'm still doing the gears.
I'm still working on the gears too.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
The gears one is throwing me off really hard.
Yeah, and the other one that wants us to save Pretzel.
Oh boy. Think you still save Pretzel.
Some of it's hard. Yeah, most certainly is. So, because having the handout, usually would have handout, the way they talk about it is that you print this stuff out. And since, a lot of times this stuff is for in real life table games, you would hand it to them so they can look at it and get time. But, if we had all night to play, it would be one story. But since we have some that are East Coast here and have bedtimes and still Quetzal's in limbo.
What's a bedtime?
I don't have a bedtime.
I do.
Yeah. Some have to get their beauty sleep. A lot of it. All right. So they're working on the gears. And last but not least is the last clue. Oh, I thought I copied that.
Is the time not the last clue?
Nope. There's one more clue. Nice try. One more clue. Let me copy this. Last but not least. Once again, 3 vials await, but these are empty out of the gate. Choose the right vial to pour in your brew. Choose incorrectly, it may turn to goo. Circle, square, or the triangle vial. You're about to complete this potion trial. Now pour into the vial that has 2 sides. If you've done well, you're in for a surprise. On the left side of your table rests a circle vial, a square vial, and a triangle vial. Each is empty and has its own cork stopper. During this final step, the characters you're supposed to choose which one, remove the cork, and pour in your potion.
I think I'm done, I guess.
Okay. When
I
you're
was done
done, let me
quickly.
know, and I will go look at your answers.
I have one listed as potion.
Let's take a look. Werewolf Spirit. Alrighty. Let's see what he chooses. And number of incorrect steps. So there's a progress. Oh wow! So it has. Oh, that is so cool! I didn't see this one. If you brew it wrong, it could be something else. That is really cool. Okay. So where is? Okay. Okay. And okay, so I will. Okay, so I've got to make a note here. I will let y'all know. Hold on, let me get rid of these. Paragraph style. Okay, so Wervin did this.
Okie dokie.
Okay. I've got yours, Robert. Okay, let's see.
Mine is labeled up as an ass.
Zeke's potion. Let me just go right up.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done?
I'm done.
I have finished.
Okay, let's do mine.
This
Yes.
final one is throwing me for a loop.
Devil's Pay. Okay, so door 3, Siren. Okay, through. Okay, so.
Little puzzles are fun.
You shut up.
Kieran, you didn't get the gears?
I'm.
You're still
I'm
working
counting.
on it?
Yeah, I'm just counting.
Okay.
So I got the direction, but I was just
Okay.
counting gears. Sorry,
Millennial.
it threw me on a different one.
Alright. Alright. Alright, I got Brian's. Okay, Lavinia, spell making. Alright.
I think I'm done.
Okay. Alright, got Lavinia's. Duff is an ass, really. Oh my god.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Grand. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Who am I missing? Mr. Rogers, where's yours? Neil. Oh, that's the wrong one.
You don't see mine?
Potion. There it is. I get it mixed up. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That is Linder. Okay. Potion puzzle shit. Jeff.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Okay, who am I missing? I got Wyvern, Felinial, Lavinia, Grandmaster, Linder, and Varen. So I need Zeke and Kieran. Okay. Alright. Zeke has.
All right, duh.
Alright. And Kieran. last but not least, and I think we are done. Door potion number 3.
This is
Yeah,
riveting content.
I'm still kind of looking over mine, but
If you like this content, you guys should tune in on Wednesday because we're about to go dungeon crawling and have a lot of puzzles. Oh yeah!
Alrighty. So here we go. So the answer to the riddles were, so we got more than enough of you guessed. You got 2 right, and then 3 of you were off by 1. And then one of you was 2 off, and the other 2 of you, there's 2 of you, you have just some brown tepid liquid in your potion making. You are not a potion master.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it was cast iron.
Yeah.
Cast iron, orange. The second was, what was the second? The third one was the 7 blades of grass.
Yeah.
All right, your own blood.
Yeah.
14 gears counterclockwise.
Oh, that was close.
The concoction to simmer was 10 minutes. I gave that one to y'all because it was on your table. And the last one was the circle vial.
Yeah.
Better than I thought.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So,
cool.
Sorry.
yeah. So I've got.
I didn't do as bad as I thought.
So I got Kieran and Philenial have got brown goo in their.
I thought I was doing really well, but yeah, way off.
You got brown goo. So basically, your flask, it kind of bubbles over, and the goo kind of spits out and actually starts crawling around on the table. Pretty much. Varen, you have a potion of healing before you.
Cool.
Zeke, Grandmaster, and Reverend Spirit, and Shadow, you've got a potion of luck, but it is slightly tainted. It is only good for 10 minutes.
Ah, crap.
And Lavinia and Linder have true luck potions.
Yes.
Nicely done. All right.
Show offs.
The door opens back up.
I'll take the 10-minute one.
Oh my gosh. So
exciting.
It was, yeah. So what I want to do here is, because I don't want to hold us too late. So we're gonna move forward. The second part of it, honestly, was going to have for the guys to play. That y'all were I was bringing in the haberdashery crew to introduce everybody, to show us our new portraits, because we're going to now, once the logo is done, that we're going to work firstly on. Then yes, we're going to have cards. We're going to redo some of the loot cards. And they're going to, the loot cards will basically represent a couple of them will be represented by the haberdashery crew based on what they give, who they are. So like Lavinia's a life cleric, so there might be some healing stuff in there. And we're going to do some little, we may do a little, but because we're getting late, I don't want to get into a big one. There is going to be something that the guys need to get done. And I don't want to try, I know, I think Mai put off her game this week that she has on Tuesday nights, and if we're going to run over to next week,
it's okay.
Yeah,
I may or may not have to skip over next week too, because I think Eric is out on family vacation.
Okay, well then we might bring that, and then we'll get started on this, and if it goes over and everybody still wants to play, we will, so we can go rescue Quetzal. But the third door, yes, the door opens back up, and before you is the third part of the ship wheel.
Yeah.
I'll take that for my bag of holding.
Okay. So when you do, you all grab the wheel, and it begins to float. You grab it and put it together, and it hovers. All 3 pieces solidify, and it begins to glow. And all of you grab
on.
Yep, grab the wheel, and we come to this map. All right, well, I'm trying to, if it's going to load. Come on.
Maybe.
Maybe. It was loading earlier.
Maybe.
Well, it's not loading. What the hell? There's no...
Wow.
Not cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
You broke it.
Oh.
What the hell? My map's not... It's just showing...
Because the raptor.
Okay, well, we'll hold here. What we're gonna... So here's what I'll... Yeah, we'll hold here, because some reason... God dang it. I can't... It's... Load the map. No, it's not loading at all. There's no mask on it. So... I can't...
It's just a very large map.
Well, they would have put it in the mod file, so they should have known. See the images. Let me see if I can pop it up through Leviathan images here. This is outskirts. Player
Raptor,
map.
we don't sell hats because I said
Database
so.
error. Image
'Cause we
file.
don't
Yeah.
sell hats.
So
Duh.
something's happened to the
Someone made
mod.
the executive decision to
Damn
not
it.
sell hats.
I'm
Crap.
in charge of the haberdashery, and we don't sell hats.
All right, I'm going to have to figure it out because I can't get y'all a map. So what you're going to see before you, we'll get it set before next week. And I apologize, Quetzal. I thought we would get to you sooner, so we'll make it up to you somehow, some way. All of you begin to when you grab a hold of the wheel, and it transforms you, and you appear upon the surface of a barren wasteland. Scattered, huge stalagmites protrude from the rocky, unnatural gray ground. In the far-off distance, you see iron fortresses dot the horizon across a vast waterway in different directions, expelling plumes of dark ash and smoke that drift for miles. Scorch marks, blood, and bits of metal along the ground mark traces of many battles fought here. But you don't see any bodies anywhere. The only light in this region comes from an orange tin sky whose eerie light has no origin and casts no shadows. In front of you, a few hundred feet away, you can make out the shape of a large boat floating upon the surface of a large body of water. You know what you see before you is the ship that will escort you across the river, across Stygia, to where the Leviathan awaits. And there are several rock piles, stalagmites rising up out of the ground in front of you. And that is where we'll hold for the night because my damn map won't come up. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to at least get this going, but yeah, it won't. It's gone. My Fantasy Grounds is crashing. It's a database error. It won't load the map. But I opened it up earlier. I opened it up earlier today, which is sad. So I don't think I can. Yeah, it's not going to let me share it. Right? It's just going to.
Your Fantasy Grounds.
Really? Well, I can't see it.
I got it.
Wow.
I see it.
Awesome. I can't see it, but y'all can. So
I got it.
I see it.
Yeah, so you'll be on the back side of the map, but I can't run anything because I can't place y'all anywhere on the map because I can't.
Oh no.
Yeah, this sucks because I am kind of pissed. I really wanted to get started with this. Let me see, can I resize it? Original size. Selection modes, no. There's no layers. There's no grid.
I see the Leviathan.
Now that is the ship that will get you across the rivers. The river Styx.
No, it's the Leviathan.
It's the Leviathan, yeah. So you must journey into Stygia to recover Leviathan. And what you do know, what sells before you, is that you do not want to fall into the water. Falling into the water condemns you to the eternal pits of the 9 levels of hell. I will reveal that to you. Yes.
As a cleric, it
and you
seems...
see at the ship. Well, here's what you thought. You were told that when you grabbed the ship wheel, you would be on this ship ready to steer it. But no, actually not this ship. Actually, you were going to be on the Leviathan, but you are not on the Leviathan. You are sitting here And you recognize this ship, and the captain that's manning it is the what's they called, the pilot of
Cheeto.
Is that well, there's the name for the individual who rows the guides the ship that carries you across the river Styx and all that.
The ferry boat captain.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
the ferry boat
ferryman.
captain. So
The ferryman.
I thought he had a
Right?
name.
That's the legend, right?
I thought he had a name. That some legend, some of the stories he has a name, and I forget what he's called. So, yeah, it's 5. It's what are we being asked?
They're
There
being
are no lawyers. Okay, yeah,
We're
okay.
trying to explain how we don't sell hats.
Raptors give us shit because we don't sell hats.
No, it's Karen.
Karen. Okay, yeah. I knew there was a name for him or her, whoever it may be. Damn it.
Chiron.
Something like that.
Karen.
If I put, yeah, that's,
Hey, I see it.
yeah, but I'm just trying to see if that adds you on. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, well, hold
I'm
on.
here.
Well, I can't put. Well, there's going to be a battle here. Y'all supposed to be all the way down at the bottom of the map.
Okay.
Here we go. All the way down the bottom. Here I am.
I thought you said Kieran was captain in the ship here.
Yeah, don't you wish?
The man with the fancy hat can go and, steer the ship.
Yep. All
I
right.
mean, fancy hats are a qualification, right?
Beginning the
Yeah, right.
journey. All righty. Rendezvous in
For
the
a sea
abyss.
captain.
All right. His hats, you just don't sell them. That's right. Okay. So, y'all can announce the party. Okay. So, you see large mountains, the stalagmites before you. Everybody go down there, put yourself against the back of the bottom of the map. You're like your backs to the wall because that's where y'all are coming in at. Okay. So, and all of you may make perception checks.
Ooh. In the tower?
Nope. Not like I need to ask for it because I'm stalling for time to add a little bit more to the game here. Oh, way to go, Grandmaster. Way to go.
I'm apparently ill from the transport, and I'm not looking anywhere.
Yeah, you all will have. Actually, I don't think all of you will start over next time, but you'll all even the PHC members, you have 3 points of inspiration. So, yes. You will notice two other major items before we call it here. One is you will see back behind you, zapping in 100 yards back behind you, a bunch of humanoid creatures dressed in robes, brandishing swords and all that, all of a sudden are coming through, seeing you there, and begin to scream. The other part of this, the pincer maneuver, is that you begin to see bodies and things moving behind some of the stalagmites. There are something hiding behind the stalagmites, and that is where we'll hold and pick up our action next week.
I'm going to lean over really quick to Karen and say, are one of these pretzel?
Okay, I will figure out. So I bet as soon as I restart my fantasy grounds, my map will come up as I was laying out some of the individuals. Damn it. Yeah, I can't database error. I keep getting it. It's not loading up. It did it earlier because I did that update too. I got a couple updates to the monster, a couple of things, and my DM guide started crashing on me when I was opening up looking at things in it earlier today. I had to reboot. I had to restart Fantasy Ground several times. So hopefully it's not something that they did with the update. Okay. Well, now the question was, I don't mean to force everybody. Will anybody not be able to make it next week?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Well, I figured the players would. I'm talking the PHC members. Any of them? So.
Well,
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I never got my pretzel. I just.
So
next
folks,
week is midterms.
Oh, you're gonna do that to me. Oh boy, Zeke's not good. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. We'll run it.
It's just the summer. What do you have in midterms?
So
I'm in college, man.
We may have.
College
I
is
know
dumb.
Gary's floating around, so if someone can't make it, Gary might have to play that character.
I
So
should be able to make it.
if you can, we'll get through the combat and get Quetzal back home. So, all right, folks, we will hold there since apparently my machine is going to be foobar and not play properly with the map. But we were getting close to the end when I really didn't want to start a big combat because we'll have a couple of combats because the guys want to have some, though they probably won't level up, which would they be really mad. So I put them through all this hell. But
Let's
level up now.
Because we spent
well,
a
the
whole
XP might not follow you across dimensions, which is kind of sucky in XP's verse. So, Praetor's verse.
Right now is a good time to update the level.
Perfect.
Oh,
Can the
wouldn't you
Haberdasher
wish?
level up?
Wouldn't you wish? Corey, Corey just came in. So yeah, I see you got your loot crates, but we're actually we're calling it here for the night. So, we'll be back tomorrow night for
Tales of the Sanguine Isles.
very nice. And Thursday
Assuming you
night,
still have a voice.
Tales from the Yawning Portal.
and and then we have
We'll see if I go 7 for 7 for KOing characters.
Oh my gosh.
All right, folks. Well, there it is. Having just some little fun, some puzzles. So we'll have some combat, and then my map won't load, so I'm having to call it a few minutes early here to get the group out. But we'll start up next week, get some combat, see if they can make it across the Stygia to find the Leviathan, to find Quetzal, wherever he may be.
Doesn't even care what's on Monday. That's fine. All right.
Monday. Well, are you doing? Oh, we're streaming. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
What's next
I'm
week?
the redheaded stepchild because it's not D&D. I get it.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with redhead stepchildren?
Apparently, to Duff, it's a terrible thing to be.
Star Wars. Well, we need to work on some tech issues, do we not? Is there something going on? Ow.
Wow, it's not even the right format. Wow.
I know. Clearly.
Okay. Yeah, we have Star Trek on Mondays, folks.
Oh yeah, say it with such excitement. Thanks, Duff. Yeah, seriously. Everyone's all like, "Tales from the Sanguine Isles," and I can
Any of the players that need to go, they can go. We're just hanging around here. We're chatting. I'm going to show all the portraits again here and talk about the haberdashery. Good job to the Tuesday players. Thank you for putting up with some of the shenanigans. Quetzal, make it up to you. I thought we'd have you rescued by now, but it was my fault. The puzzles I really wanted to do just to see what they're like. So we'll figure out, where's Quetzal? Where's Quetzal the Quiet next week? Okay.
It's fun.
Yes.
Should
So
stream
y'all
stream
for
a one shot of Quetzal's adventures in hell.
We'll figure that out. So we're gonna so that's the end of the show. Tuesday night players, thank you very much. We'll see you back here next Tuesday. So
Thank you all.
Thank y'all. So the East Coast guys, I know Brian and Robert got to go. At least we try to end up fairly close to 10:30 so they can hit the sack because they got work. But to the
home these days, so it's not
that's
so bad.
true. Yeah, me too. I also want to thank the PHC, those who are watching. Anybody new? I don't know if we have new ones or not, but there's a few here maybe. We have the Haberdashery Consortium is some of the individuals you see here in the game, and they are NPCs that are going to Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium is what's PHC, Mandy, and they
don't sell
are
hats.
they don't sell hats. We'll be doing T-shirts, and they're going to be cards, and they're going to be things they can affect in game, and they're going to do voices for their cards. So we got to come up with this. So when they're redeemed, their cards will speak to you, and we'll replace some of the stuff that's in the inspiration cards and some of the loot stuff and all that. For the haberdashery representatives. But yes, we're going to have actual T-shirts and merchandise for the haberdashery crew. We're going to get a logo done, and then we've got to get their storefront moves up. But the point of the haberdashery is that these NPCs are going to move across the game systems of what we play in D&D. Basically, they can show up in any game at any time. Zeke has been coming in and out of this game for a little while now, and he basically hired the group to go into the Undermountain and find magic items, and they would barter and sell and trade. Right? Right,
Yeah.
Zeke? That's right, Zeke.
That's right.
And
That's
so
exactly right, Prater. You got it.
that's right. Prater is always watching, so don't mess with the Prater. Okay? And so we like I said, we're gonna have cards for them. They're also each will have their own proficiency of things that they sell in a storefront that the characters who are playing in the games can go in and interact with and do like that. So that's what they're for. But they basically have contributed to the channel in some forms or fashions quite some time now, and we thought it would be kind of fun. Actually, they came up with it, not me. If you watch, we've got a clip for it of the announcement of Zeke telling the Tuesday group about the consortium and me losing it. But here, if you wanted to know, we were showing earlier, here are our members. Here is the
I'm
grand.
dropping off, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a
See
good
you,
night.
Brian. Yep, we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Here,
Bye.
Bye.
Who
the
does me?
Grand Master of what we don't know.
How dare you?
That's the third I dare you tonight.
I know it is. He
And
gets very
It's
violent
been
about it.
deserved.
Okay, let's make these original sizes here. Original size, and here's Lavinia. Lavinia comes to us from the all-female game that we ran the first year and a half when I started the channel and met Amai, and she was with part of the all-female group, and so we're in chats to we're trying to work that out again for another group of ladies to come on and play a game. I'm in chat with that, but Lavinia, I don't remember, when did she lose her arm?
I played Lavinia in another game, and in that particular game, seeing her arm chopped off.
Oops, oopsie daisy.
Like you do.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And she has a what's
the
he?
Dragon Fairy.
He's a fairy dragon. Yes.
Yeah, she's got a Dragon Fairy companion
Yep.
named Zima.
Zima.
And she's great.
And causes trouble. So there you go. And then we have Varen. Yep. Who is the? What is he?
He is the Forged Domain Cleric, Devotion Paladin Champion of Gond.
Yep. There you go. And
Try saying
then
that 5 times fast.
last but not least,
I don't want to.
somehow they've got a kobold leading the group.
He seems to be very business savvy.
Yeah. We don't know how, but he is. Right? So, as Zeke. We're also, so there's the 4 portraits that will be showcased here on stuff. And then,
Good one, Josh.
the good stuff. We're also going to, what happened? I'm seeing messages. What is going on? Oh my gosh. What in the hell?
Oh my
I
gosh.
just caught
I kept telling him I got a hammer.
Are
So
you
there-
silencing people who are
We have-
questioning
so-
haberdashery?
We have another individual that'll be joining the haberdashery, but is in development still. And so we're waiting on, we'll get this, but we've got these portraits done. Thought they were really good. And we're going to actually have another set imaged of the group that I'm getting done. And I need to I was going to post that in the haberdashery room for y'all, that to change up I'm going to show him the faces for y'all, but that's it. So that when he's drawing them up, that he's going to keep them similar in style and look. And what I want to know, is there any, based on what you see, what you want, the 4 of you want to make sure that this portrait, the new one, will represent against the first one. You know what I'm saying? What you kind of change would you want to see in the portrait and look? A little bit more of an outfit, or, like I was thinking, Varen, we were trying to determine, would we make you look more like a blacksmith in this one instead of the warrior type? Same thing with Zeke. Maybe it was a little bit softer face, more in the wizard's robes then you're barred, but it's up to y'all. So I'll put that in the chat room of kind of how the direction of kind of how you'd like this second portrait to go for the group. And then there will be the haberdashery.
Like an adventure suit, and then the
Candy. Well,
suit.
So I'm planning for y'all. We're gonna get it in works that the haberdashery will do an adventure together.
Oh,
okay. All right. So there will be some sessions. I'll put. I'm just trying to figure out when that's going to be, and it's going to send y'all off. I thought about running. I don't think any of y'all. Maybe you and I don't remember, and maybe I don't know if Josh was still running Dungeon World. I ran the module called Chapel on the Cliffs, very first year.
Oh, I was not a
you were part of
that.
it. I knew you. I didn't think you were. I didn't remember, but just making sure y'all. I've posted it. Don't watch them. I'm thinking about running that one, and that's about a 3 to 5 session scenario. And I really like it. It was one of my first conversions I did for Fantasy Grounds back in the day when I just playing around with and sent it to them. And who did the art? I'll post his. I found him on the ArtStation, and the JoJo, the next guy. Both of them are on ArtStation. I'll get his link for you, Mandy, and I'll post it in Twitter and all that. I've asked him for it. This artist is over in Poland, and he had a Cobalt picture that I really liked when I saw it on ArtStation, and so I reached out to him. He was like we actually had somebody else that was going to be doing it, and at the last minute she dropped out, and I was kind of, she had other work that came up, so it kind of put us behind. But luckily I ran into this other individual, and we got one other guy that's actually, I think he's in Mexico, south of the border.
Lovely.
So I don't mind spending a little money on it. It's because we're going to, like I said, once we come up with the logo, there are going to be some merchandises to go along with the haberdashery.
So
why
I
not?
have a question for you, Duff.
Yes.
After tonight, you still want to put us together in an adventure?
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Oh,
so
my God.
Yes. So
I would just like to point out that after doing that voice for a very long period of time, it is very difficult to keep doing it.
Figures much. So don't have to, yeah. When you're doing character stuff talking, but a lot of the times you can just tell us what Zeke is doing. So, but I think that's going to be the plan. We're planning it for the fall when we're going to do the haberdashery group. Okay. So anybody else got any other questions or anything else that you want to say? If not, we'll call it a night here, and we'll be back tomorrow night for Sanguine Isles. Nothing. Okay. That's it.
Good night, everyone.
Everyone, thank y'all for playing and watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Etc.